Hi everyone, I'm here again with our weekly review, and I have various things I would love to, review with you in this episode of our weekly review, and that has to be with the new peculiarity that is currently going on in the market. I'm speaking to every member of this team, KFC Trading Academy, and I want you to be patient. I want you to understand that the market modalities has changed, and we have been able to find our edge, we have been able to find our place, and we are scaling through the Trump market. I've always told you that this is the Trump market. Many things has changed. The dollar is heavily being manipulated. The market movement is not as it used to be as at last year. There are a new system in the market, but guess what? Our strategy still has high winning rates, high probability winning, and gives us an edge in the market. That means we're going to keep winning just as we have a beautiful week. And I want you to know that though the entries are accurate, there are certain things that made us win most of the entries we won this week. And if you observe, you see that we took only 2 entries on GU, of which the 2 entries went as predicted. But initially, before this time, we used to take 10 entries, 8 entries, and then we're winning like 5 entries and losing a few. But right now you see that we're taking 1 entry. Like last week we didn't even take at all. This week we took only 2 and they went well. And next week we never can tell how the week may be. It's possible we may have 1 entry and we may win it, or we may lose it. We have few entries, but I want you to know that the fewer entries is as a result of the new market, which is the Trump market. Okay, we are trying to scale through, and we are sticking to A setups. We have been keeping the B setups and the C setup aside so that we can win more trades and lose less. One thing you must understand in the market is the time you spend waiting for your accurate entry will profit you more than the time you are not willing to spend and you're trying more entries to see if you win more and you're hitting stop losses. You may blow that account and lose that your capital if you try too many entries that you are not sure of than when you try more entries that you are very sure of. When the market was posing much opportunities, we could try many times and increase our probabilities in entries. But now the market is highly manipulative and very much unpredictable. So we prefer to get into the market when we know that yes, for sure, GU peradventure will be selling, and that's when we go. We don't even counter trade, because the counter trading is not even helping any situation, because you find that the market is looking for more liquidities, and you may become that liquidity when you are counter trading. I wanted to go straight into the chart with me and see a few things based on what I just explained to you. Let's go straight to the chart. What happened in the course of the week? These are the entries. Now the first one was an entry that I was anticipating, though I didn't take it, and I did not post it on the group. For those of you who may be wondering, oh, I didn't see this entry. No, yes, I didn't post it. Okay, and this is my reason why I didn't post it. This is 38 pips and this is 43 pips. So I was just checking, because from what I've observed in the Trump market, this is what I mean by scaling through the Trump market. The Trump market is giving us moves where your stop loss is most times higher than 20 pips. This is something I want every one of you to take note of, so that if you're entering any entry, let's take for instance what we usually used to take our entries was a particular lot size. You would be advised to divide it by 2, because now our risk is times 2 what we used to risk before. So when I saw that the risk here is more than the target profit, I refused to go in with that sell, because remember I told you that the market will be giving us more buy entries than sell entries. But you don't control this market and you don't own this market, so you predict and the market plays out as it should. So looking at what has been said during the weekly analysis, you'll be amazed to see that the only 2 entries we eventually took were sell entries, of which the first sell entry, if you look very well, you will see that this was the first sell entry. I was telling you to sell to target just about 32 pips, 33 pips, to risk just about 33 pips. That's 50-50, and eventually price moved just about 20 pips and began to reverse. I held that trade for some time because I was expecting it to go to target profit. Price came back again, if you were in that trade, to 27 pips and began to go back. I think I closed this trade about 4 pips or thereabout, so I didn't quite make any profit on this, but it just gives me a clear picture and a clear perspective of what should expect in the next market and how to win more in the next market. I got about 4 pips on that, and on this particular one I went in again and price was going straight to take profit and didn't hit take profit. I didn't close that trade. Price reversed, started coming upward as though it was going to go back to the entry point, and when I saw price going as though it was going to go back to the entry point, I closed just around this point, catching just about let's see how many pips I caught here. It's called just about 9 pips, so let's say 9.4. That's just about 11 pips, okay, of which that's about 0.5 percent profit for the week. But at least it's better than loss, and it's a recovery to all the losses that has been accumulated. But look at what price did. There was a high impact news of which I was anticipating what was going to happen. So what price did was price came straight up, hit take profit before going to hit stop loss. This was crazy, okay, but my concern was the risk. We were targeting just about, let's see, we're targeting about 36 pips to risk about, let's see, to risk about 32 pips. So looking at the risk as being high, I was a little bit concerned. I thought it's best to close this trade before the news, okay. But what we're going to do next week is this: we're going to be ready to take any stop loss and any take profit. Haven't back tested and seen that this will win, okay. We still hit take profit eventually, we still hit take profit. So next week, if it's 2 entries, we're going to hold until it hits take profit or it hits stop loss, okay. And I'm going to be giving you a setup, all right. So when I post, this is not an A setup, okay, but this is an A setup, this is an A setup. So watch out for the A setup for next week and make sure you do the do's. All right, so this is GJ finally started going in the direction as predicted, though I did not say anything on that, okay. Haven't induced, okay. So this was the GJ played. Then we have people USDT, there was no entry on that. And then we have oh wow, massive buy. And then we have silver, and there was no entry on that. We have jump 25, there was no entry on that. We have volatility 25, there's no entry on that because there was no time. Haven't seen all that we have reviewed today during the market review. What is your perception about the market? What are you seeing for the new week that is coming? What are you anticipating? How much can you make in the coming week? This can be determined by the few adjustments you must have made right there where you are. Make the adjustment on your strategy, make the adjustment on your entries, make proper adjustment. And like I used to say, this is the Trump market. Stick to a setups. Don't think the market may just mistakenly just give you that entry. No, the market is very precise this time and very manipulative. So if you must win that entry, then it must be an entry that you can see every key indicator factors telling you to go in. Trust our strategy. Our strategy is winning. Trust the signals I give you. Stay updated on the free channel, stay updated on the VIP channel, and I will give you accurate signals that will help you win that proper account, help you grow that account that you're growing, and make you good money in the market. See you during the weekly analysis.